Join them on one of their many social media outlets as they dive into the heart-pounding action at the region's premier tracks. Awesome dirt tracks like Southwest Missouri's E3 Speedway, Lebanon, Nevada Speedway, Hillbilly Speedway. They're at Twister Alley last night. Heck of a show. Ton of carts, and they still got out of there by 10:30. Good race in there for the Summer Sizzler last night. And, of course, here at Monett Motor Speedway, be sure to subscribe for thrilling racing action. There's so many places you could find his work, including YouTube and on X. Show Me Dirt on X there. All right, we got the cars coming out now. Again, going to start things off with our bomber class here. 2 heat races to start tonight. Starting on the first row for heat race number 1 here in our pure stock is going to be Dylan Bowman out of Purdy, Missouri, and the number 69 machine. On his outside is going to be number 54 of Dean Kimberling, all the way from Berryville, Arkansas. Inside row number 2 is going to be Brandon Sanders in the number 64 machine, coming out of Aurora, Missouri. On his outside, Mr. Lenny Coates in that 134. And starting in the rear there, Mr. Sean Coates in that 34 machine, coming from Joplin, Missouri. Starting in that 5th spot, brand new car, been out one time. Good looking field here, 8 laps the distance. We're looking for that Ozark Fiber restart zone as Dylan Bowman brings them around, turns 3 and 4. Freedom Bank green flag, here we go. Dylan Bowman out to your initial lead. Dean Kimberling in that 2nd spot. Watch out, Lenny Coates in that 3rd spot. Brandon Sanders going to fall back. Sean Coates getting around him. He'll move up to that 4th spot. Lenny Coates looking to the bottom side. Dean Kimberling here. Dylan Bowman going to lead lap number 1. Dean Kimberling in that 2nd spot. Lenny Coates in 3rd for now. Watch out, Sean Coates on his top side. They're side by side as they make their way down the backstretch. Sean Coates getting around Lenny. Good run for Sean Coates in that black number 34 machine. He's looking to take over that 2nd spot. Dylan Bowman leading another lap. Watch out, Dean Kimberling looking to the inside. Sean Coates falls back just a little bit. Dean Kimberling going to take another look to the inside here. Right. 5 laps to go here in your pure stock heat race number 1. Dylan Bowman out front. Coming around turns 3 and 4. Good looking run for Coates there. Halfway through your pure stock heat race number 1. Dylan Bowman, your leader. Dean Kimberling in that 2nd spot. Again, looking at that inside. Dylan Bowman holding on strong. Top 4 starting to get bunched up together. Watch out, Sean Coates. Again, looking to the inside there, the 54 machine. 3 laps going here in your pure stock heat race number 1. Dylan Bowman running his fastest lap that last time by with a 21.028. Sean Coates taking a look to the inside there. Dean Kimberling, he'll tuck it back in. Lenny Coates right back behind him. Dylan Bowman starting to walk away just a little bit. Dean Kimberling in that 2nd spot starting to fall back. Pretty good lead here for the number 69 at Dylan Bowman as they make their way to the white flag this time. Dylan Bowman still out front. Dean Kimberling in that 2nd spot. And Sean Coates rounding out your top 3. Everybody pretty much lined up. Bowman, Kimberling, Coates, and Sanders. We'll see how they finish here as they come through turns 3 and 4. Coates going to take a look to the bottom side. He'll finish in that 3rd spot. Dylan Bowman taking the win from the pole there. Dean Kimberling finishing 2nd. Sean Coates, the number 34. He's going to finish 3rd. Lenny Coates in the 134 finishing 4th. And Brandon Sanders rounding out the field there in that number 64 machine. Congratulations, Dylan Bowman, in that number 69. Heat race number 2 getting ready to make their way onto the track next. Starting on the pole here for your heat race number 2. Got a stranger coming. The number 4, it's going to be Joseph Jackson, all the way from Grove, Oklahoma in the Camaro. On his outside, Mr. James Adams in that 00. I believe Casey Harris' old car. Inside row number 2 is going to be Dale Centers in the number 25 machine coming from Cassville, Missouri. On his outside, going to be number 17 of Landon McLaughlin. Heat race number 2 here in your pure stock division. Lights are out. We're ready to get it on.
Yep, bye-bye.
Green flag brought to you by Freedom Bank. Here we go. We're 3 wide for second right off the bat. Dale Centers again to the inside. Going to try to take the lead before we even get into turn number 1. Coming out of turn number 2 here. Dale Centers, your leader, making his way down the backstretch. 00, James Adams looking on the outside. He's going to try to take that second spot away from Joseph Jackson. Jackson to move back to that 3rd spot. Landon McLaughlin in that number 17 will do the same here. Dale Centers out front of this thing. 00, James Adams in that 2nd spot. Landon McLaughlin starting to reel in that 00 as they make their way down the backstretch. Dale Centers leading a lap at number 2. There's 6 to go, running a 20.345. James Adams running a 21.186 that last time by. McLaughlin with a fast lap, 21.042. He's going to try to look to the inside of the 00. Dale Centers out front of this thing by 2.88 seconds. McLaughlin going to take the look to the inside of the 00. Halfway through your pure stock heat race number 2. McLaughlin, he was going to take a look to the outside, 00. Adams doing a great job of protecting. Boy, what a run for that 17 as he makes his way down the backstretch. Runs right back into the back of the 00. Now he's on the bottom side, going to try to look side by side as they make their way down the front stretch, still hanging out at his back door. Side by side through 1 and 2 they go. Dale Centers out front by 4.135. McLaughlin don't know whether to go to the top side or the bottom side here. He's just all over the back bumper of this 00 machine. Going to give it another go on that top side. Going to try to go the hard way around. Coming off the top. Good run down the backstretch they go. 17 machine to 2nd spot. Got the double camera brought to you by Wesco Home Furnishings, 819 US Highway 60 here in Monett. Dale Centers that number 25 out front by 5.381, taking the white flag this time by. Sails it off into 1 and 2. McLaughlin holding on to that 2nd spot. Adams doing his best to stay right there with him. Number 4 machine, Joseph Jackson, going to take that white flag. Watch out. Coming off turn number 4, we got the 25 of Dale Centers taking home the win there in heat race number 2. Landon McLaughlin going to finish in that 2nd spot. James Adams in the 00 finishing 3rd. And coming off of turn number 4 is going to be the number 4 of Joseph Jackson finishing in that 4th spot. Again, Dale Centers, your winner in that one. Dale Centers, your winner in that one. Elena McLaughlin. 25-17, Dale Centers, your winner in that one. Landon McLaughlin coming in that second spot. James Adams in the 00 finishing third. And Joseph Jackson in the number 4 finishing fourth.
I don't know what the deal is with that. I literally plugged it in and talked and it already started beeping. But I switched it to this one.
The Davis & Sons USA B Modifieds making their way out onto the track now, starting on the pole. National points leader out of Bella Vista, Arkansas, and points leader here at Monett Motor Speedway in your Davis & Sons USA B Modified. It's going to be the 00 of Kason Harris. On his outside, it's going to be the number 56 machine coming all the way from Cross Timbers, Missouri. It's Hoyt Miller. Inside to row number 2, Mr. Kenzen Martin in the number 4 machine coming all the way from Cave Springs, Arkansas. And on his outside, the number 26 of Burl Woods. Starting on that last row is going to be Evan Clark, number 37 on his outside. The 33 of Steve Muhlenberg. These drivers hit that Ozark Fiber restart zone. We are green flag racing. Brought to you by Freedom Bank. Kason Harris shoots him off into 1 and 2. He's got Hoyt Miller right in tow there. Hoyt Miller going to take a look to the inside as they make their way down the backstretch. Hoyt Miller on the inside, Kason Harris on the outside. Kason Harris going to lead lap number 1 here over your Davis & Sons USA B Modifieds. Hoyt Miller challenging for the lead as they go down the backstretch. Hoyt Miller with the lead. Gives him a little slide job. Kenzen Martin going to look to get around the 00 as well. Kason Harris not going anywhere though. Burl Woods in that 3rd spot there. Hoyt Miller out front. Kason Harris in that 2nd spot. And Burl Woods, your top 3, 33 of Steve Muhlenberg, fighting it out with the 4 machine of Kenzen Martin. That's going to be for that 4th spot. Evan Clark bringing up the rear of the field here. Coming to your halfway point, Hoyt Miller in that 56 machine. Still your leader in that J2 car. Kason Harris in a 00 sitting in 2nd. Burl Woods in 3rd. 19.499 last time by for young Hoyt Miller in that 56 car. Looking good so far here. Going to be 2 to go this time by for Hoyt Miller. Kason Harris using that top line here, going through 1 and 2. Burl Woods kind of working in as well. Hoyt Miller comes off a turn at number 4, taking the white flag. 1 more to go for the 56 machine. 00. Kason Harris still in that 2nd spot. Muhlenberg looking to get under Burl Woods as they make their way down the backstretch. Too much distance between the two. 56 machine gonna take the win here. Hoyt Miller, your winner. Hoyt Miller going to take the win there. Kason Harris coming in that 2nd spot. Burl Woods rounding out your top 3. Steve Muhlenberg finishing in the 4th. Kenzen Martin 5th. And Evan Clark rounding out your field there in their Davis & Sons USA B Modified Heat Race number 1. Heat race number 2, your Davis & Sons USA B Modifieds getting ready to make their way onto the track now. Starting On the pole is going to be the 24L of Patrick Lewis coming all the way from Wellsville, Missouri. On his outside is going to be the number 30 from Pierce City, Missouri of Cody Cook. Starting inside row number 2 is going to be the number 32 machine of Kelly Chick Hicks. On his outside, the number 5 of Daniel Anders out of Joplin. And starting in the rear there, the number 45 of Dan Culp. Coming all the way from Hinesville, Arkansas. Still waiting on the 30 machine of Cody Cook. Lights are out. I believe we're going to go ahead and run without him. Patrick Lewis and Daniel Anders are row number 1. Kelly Chick Hicks and Dan Culp are row number 2. Looking again for that Ozark Fiber restart zone. Got 2 green feathers there in turn number 4. That represents our green flag zone. Here we go. Green flag being brought to you by Freedom Bank of Southern Missouri. We appreciate them. Daniel Anders looking bad fast right off the bat. Daniel Anders, your leader, coming through 3 and 4. Dan Culp was looking to follow him on that top side, but he tucks into that 3rd spot right behind Patrick Lewis in that 24L machine. A lot of popping and cracking coming from Kelly Chick Hicks' machine. He falls back fast, unfortunately. Daniel Anders out front here out of Joplin, Missouri. Anders out front. Patrick Lewis in that 2nd spot. Dan Culp in 3rd. He's got a good run coming off of turn number 2. He reels in that 24 machine. Looking at the inside. Watch out. We're spinning. That'll bring out the caution. Caution being brought to you by Joplin Lock and Key. Here's the replay on it. No contact or anything. The 24L of Lewis just spins. Gets a little bit too high there in turn number 3. Culp escapes him right on his bottom side. Anders, your leader here. 2 laps in the book. 6 to go still. Dan Culp look to go to the bottom side. That'll put Kelly Chick Hicks up top. The 24L of Patrick Lewis in the back here for our Delaware double file restart. Anders brings it around the 3 and 4. Green flag, here we go. Daniel Anders, your leader, going down the backstretch. Dan Culp in that 2nd spot. Patrick Lewis already looking to get back into that 3rd spot. Kelly Chick Hicks doing a great job of defending. Anders, your leader here, just past your halfway point as they make their way down the backstretch. Dan Culp in that 2nd spot looking to challenge for the lead. Dan Culp on the bottom side of Anders, tucks it right back in. 2 laps to go. Dan Culp on the bottom side, Anders on the top side. They're making their way down the backstretch. Culp with a good run down from that bottom side. I believe he'll take it. Slides up in front of Anders. White flag coming out this time by 45 of Culp, your new leader this time. Anders moves back to that second spot. 24 of Lewis. And Kelly Chick-Hicks rounding out your field there. Culp just going to break free. He's already got probably a 3-car lead, maybe a 4-car lead as he makes his way off of turn number 4. Your winner is going to be Dan Culp in that number 45 machine. Anders taking that second spot. Patrick Lewis taking third. And Kelly Chick-Hicks are rounding out your top 4. Time for your Napa Auto Parts Power Ride Midwest Modified Heat Race number 1. Starting on the pole is going to be the 12X machine of Darren Burt coming all the way from Marionville, Missouri. On his outside is going to be the 929 of Garrett Thompson out of Joplin, Missouri. Inside row number 2 is going to be David Mollering, and the number 76 machine on his outside, the 12M over Ronnie Maples coming all the way from Crane, Missouri. And in the rear there is going to be the 86J out of Cassville, Missouri of Corey Johnson. Lights are out. We're ready to get it on.
Nice even start, please. Nice even start,
Darren
drivers.
Bird brings him off of turn number 4, hits that loud pedal. We're ready to go racing here. Garrett Thompson, the 929 off that top side, going to take the lead, going through 1 and 2 just like that. We're 3 wide for 3. Johnson on the bottom side, the number 76 machine of Mollering right there through the middle. We're 3 wide coming off of 4. Garrett Thompson, your leader, out front all by himself there, leading lap number 1. Darren Burton at second spot. Corey Johnson wiggles his way through that 3 wide mess. He is in third now. And Mollering rounding out your top 4. Ron Maples in that 5th spot. Big lead for that 929 machine. Darren Burt, another 7 cars back, I believe. Halfway through, just past your halfway point here. 929 to Thompson, your leader. Darren Burton, that 12X machine in that second spot. And he's being challenged by the 86J of Johnson. Johnson looking to the bottom side. He'll tuck right back behind Burt here. Looking again to the bottom side. He'll tuck right back behind that 12X. Side by side coming off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch they go. Burt motors right on past them here. Coming to the white flag, the 929 machine. Still side by side, fighting for second there. Johnson's going to throw it at him. Burt not going anywhere. There's still nose and nose going down the backstretch. Johnson with the advantage on the bottom side. He pulls a little slide job. Thompson takes the win, but it's Johnson coming in second. Darren Burt's going to finish third there. Mullerig finishing in that fourth spot. Good racing there from our Napa Auto Parts, a Midwest Modified Heat Race number 1. 929 of Garrett Thompson taking the win there. Corey Johnson coming from the rear, finishing in that second spot. Darren Burt rounding out your top 3. All right, Stovall putting a little more water down on that top side there in 1 and 2. Steve Muhlenberg in a 33M starting on the inside pole. On his outside is going to be the number 64 of Pete Richardson. Inside row number 2 is going to be Michael Gillis. On his outside, Blake Muhlenberg. And in the rear, Kyle Thompson in the 292 green flag. Here we go. Legends making their way onto the track next. Starting on the pole for your INX Legends Heat Race number 1, going to be the 00 Smoke Metcalf. On Smoke's outside, it's going to be the 01 of Chance Gilbert. Inside row number 2, going to be the 41 of Peyton Pyle. On his outside, Mr. Evan Pyle in that 72. Inside row number 3 is going to be 68 of Jordan Myers. In your INX Legends Heat Race number 1. 00 Smoke Metcalf. I can go tailback. It's going to put the 01 Chance Gilbert on the pole there.
Stack it up, drivers. Stack it up, stack it up. We're going to go green next time by. We're going to go green next time by, drivers.
All right, lights are out, ready to get it on here. Green flag, here we go. Oh, one a Chance Gilbert, your leader, making his way around turns 1 and 2. 41 of Peyton Pyle in that second spot. Evan Pyle in third. Peyton Pyle going right on that back bumper of the number 41 machine. Two laps in the books. Oh, what a Chance Gilbert, still your leader there. 41 of Peyton Pyle in that second spot. Evan Pyle in third. 00 Smoke Metcalf in that fourth spot. Caution coming out here on lap number 2. Number 68 of Jordan Myers spinning there between turns 1 and 2. Three laps on the books here. Chance Gilbert still your leader in the 01 machine. The 41 of Peyton Pyle in that second spot. Evan Pyle number 72. Your top 3. Lights are out, ready to get it on at once again. 3 down, 5 to go. Green flag, here we go. Oh, what a Chance Gilbert. Still out front here, just past your halfway point. Coming to lap number 5. Peyton Powell still in that second spot. Evan Powell in that 72 machine. Gonna take a look to that second spot. Way high. White flag for the 01 machine. Chance Gilbert still your leader going down the back stretch. Really stretch it out now. Coming to the checkered flag. Going to be the 01. A Chance Gilbert taking home the win there. Peyton Powell got a fender falling off, but he's still taking that second spot. And the 72 of Evan Powell finishing third. Peyton Powell finishing in that second spot. All right, heat race number 2 making their way onto the track now. Starting on the pole is going to be Tanner Foster on that one machine on his outside, the number 55 of Kenny Foster. Inside row number 2 is going to be the 31 of Mike Gilbert on his outside, 83 of Katie Smith. Lights are out. We're ready to get it on. Green flag. Here we go. Tanner Foster out to the quick lead here. Kenny Foster in that second spot. Chance Gilbert rounding out your top 3. Gilbert looking to the inside of Foster. Boy, all over his back bumper. He's going to take a look to the outside now and lose a little ground. Tanner Foster going to lead lap number 1. Kenny Foster in that second spot for now. Chance Gilbert on that outside. Boy, he is fast on that top side. He's going to try to take a look going down the backstretch. Almost nose-to-nose. Kenny Foster hits that loud pedal and advances into that second spot. Keeps that second spot, rather. Tanner Foster still your leader there. Kenny Foster in that second spot. And Chance Gilbert rounding out your top 3. Foster leads another one just past your halfway point there. Tanner Foster, your leader here, 2 to go. Mike Gilbert up in that second spot. Kenny Foster in third. 83 of Kaylee Smith pulling off the track there. Coming around to take the white flag, the number 1 of Tanner Foster. Here he comes off of turn number 4, the number 1 of Tanner Foster. Taking home the win there. Tanner Foster taking the win in your INX Legends Heat Race number 1. All right, time for your USRA Modified Heat Race number 1. Starting on the pole, going to be the number 55 of Nathan Hager out of Adair, Oklahoma. On his outside, Tracy Cottrell making it back after flipping between turns 3 and 4 last time he was here. He's in that beautiful number 18 machine, white 18 machine out of Buffalo, Missouri. Inside row number 2 is going to be Greg Scheffler in the 21 machine. On his outside is going to be Billy Smith in that 76S. And then starting in the rear there, Henry Chambers in the number 17 out of Baldwin City, Kansas. And Tyler Barker in the 32. Looking for that Ozark Fiber restart zone. Green flag, here we go. Nathan Hager, your leader right off the bat here. Watch out, Cottrell on that top side. Coming around, lead lap number 1 is going to be the 55 of Nathan Hager. 21 machine of Greg Scheffler in that second spot. And 17 of Henry Chambers. All 3 right there together. Side by side down the back stretch they go. Nathan Hager on the top side, Scheffler on the bottom side. Henry Chambers trying to get up there, right there with him. Hager going to lead lap number 2 as well. Hager, your leader by 0.3 of a second that last time by. Scheffler and Chambers battling it out for that second spot. 32 of Tyler Barker already making it up to the 4th. Getting around Cottrell. 5 laps to go, 3 in the books. Nathan Hager still your leader. Loves to see them guys battling it out for that second spot behind him. Greg Scheffler and Henry Chambers. Hager had an 8.25 lead last time by. He stretches it out another half a second to a 1.323. Henry Chambers still sitting in that second spot. Greg Scheffler in third. Goes back to Tyler Barker, Tracy Cottrell rounding out your top 5. Billy Smith rounding out the field there. 3 laps to go. Nathan Hager really got a good lead now. 1.614, almost half a straightaway lead as they make their way down the front stretch. It's going to be 2 to go this time by. Henry Chambers finally starts to get away from Greg Scheffler here. 1.7 the distance between first and second. White flag out for your leader here in the USRA Modified Heat Race number 1. Hager won last night. He's going to try to make it 2 nights in a row here. 55 of Hager comes off a turn 4. Going to take the win here in the USRA Modified Heat Race number 1. Henry Chambers going to come in that second spot. Greg Scheffler rounding out your top 3. Tyler Barker and Tracy Cottrell rounding out your top 5. Nathan Hager, your winner there. Nathan Hager, your winner. Henry Chambers in that second spot. Greg Scheffler, Tyler Barker, and Tracy Cottrell rounding out your top 5. All right, heat race number 2, getting ready to line it up here. Starting on the pole is going to be Dean Wiley in the number 68 machine, coming all the way from Warrensburg, Missouri. And on the outside, going to be the number 73 of Mickey Burrell. Inside to row number 2, Jared Dotson in the 24-7 on his outside. Coming all the way from Westville, Oklahoma, going to be the 712 of Trevor Hughes. Inside of row number 3, going to be Gary Christian, that 58X machine coming from Broken Bow, Oklahoma. And on his outside, Troy Martin in that 9-star. Green flag being brought to you by Freedom Bank as they make their way through into turn number 1 and 2. We're side by side for the lead. Mickey Burrell and Dean Wiley. Wiley taking over the lead in that green and white machine as he makes his way into turn 3 and 4 right there, right behind him. 73 of Burrell. Trevor Hughes up to that 4th spot, trying to make his way around that 58. 58, wow! Really starting to make moves there in that 58X machine. That's Gary Christian. 3 wide down the backstretch. Trevor Hughes up to that 2nd spot, side by side with Gary Christian. Hughes already up. Watch out, Mickey Burrell spinning in front of the 24. Joplin lock and key caution coming out there for Mickey Burrell. Was running second at that time. Just gets a little bit loose there. One lap in the book, 7 to go there. Pretty good racing so far. We got them line. We got them lined back up. We're ready to get it on. Oh. Green flag. Here we go. Side by side for lead down the backstretch they go. The 58 machine of Gary Christian on the bottom side, taking the lead away from the 68 of Dean Wiley. Trevor Hughes looking to get him around him as well. 6 laps to go. Trevor Hughes, good exit off of turn number 2. He's right down the bottom side. He'll take over that 2nd spot. That man is bad fast tonight. Gary Christian, 9.87 second lead over the 712 of Trevor Hughes as they make their way down the backstretch in through 3 and 4. Coming your halfway point here, Christian, that 58X, your leader running at 18.045 last time by. Trevor Hughes running at 18.306. Just 0.3 of a second slower than that 58 machine. Christian really, really fast around this Monett Motor Speedway tonight here. 3 laps to go in your USRA modified heat race number 2. Gary Christian, your leader. Trevor Hughes in that 2nd spot. Dean Wiley rounding out your top 3. Everybody else kind of falling back behind. 2 to go. 2 phalanges in the air. Gary Christian, that 58X machine, coming around 3 and 4. Working that low middle line, white flag in the air. Trevor Hughes not going to have enough time. Hughes working that top side. He's ready for the feature. He knows where he's going to be. White flag coming out for the 9-star machine, but right behind him, we got the 58X of Gary Christian taking home the win. I believe it's the first time we've seen him out here at Monett Motor Speedway. Trevor Hughes in that 712, his first time this year. Dean Wiley coming in that 3rd spot. Mickey Burrow finishing 4th. Jared Dotson rounding out your top 5. Again, for everybody here in the stands, Gary Christian, the 58X machine, out front by 1.179 over the 712 of Trevor Hughes. Dean Wiley coming in that 3rd spot. Mickey Burrow and Jerry Dotson rounding out your... All right, I know it's what you all came for. Time for some bombers. Heat race number 1 making their way onto the track right now. Darren Moyers in the number 63 machine got himself a new car. I believe it's already for sale. He's out of Fairgrove, Missouri. He's going to start on the pole. On his outside, going to be the 82X of Evan Clark. Evan pulling double duty tonight. James DeWitt in the 930 coming all the way from Pineville, Missouri. He's going to start inside row number 2. On his outside is going to be Charles Hernandez in the number 11 out of Aurora. Tyler Stone's going to start that 26 machine out of Billings, Missouri, inside row number 3. On his outside is going to be 82 of Jesse Parmley. And starting in the rear there, the number 33 of Michael Gillis coming all the way from Clever, Missouri. Moyers, Clark, row number 1. Charles Hernandez pulling to the inside. Going to start with 6. Moyers gets him started off of turn number 4. Green flag. Here we go. Green flag again being brought to you by Freedom Bank. Right there in our Ozark Fiber restart zone. James DeWitt already your leader out front. James DeWitt looking good out front. Parmley already challenging for that 2nd spot. Watch out, we're going to be 3 wide for 2nd coming off a turn at number 4. 33 machine, Michael Gillis up into that 2nd spot. We're bumping and banging. James DeWitt out front, Michael Gillis in that 2nd spot. Parmley in 3rd. 26 of Tyler Stone looking to go to the top side. 26 trying to get around that 63 machine of Moyers. They're side by side, bumping and banging, coming off of turn number 2. Stone on the bottom side, Moyers on the top side. Be careful with that car, it is for sale. James DeWitt going to lead another one here halfway through your bummer. He race number 1, Michael Gillis still in that 2nd spot. Jesse Parmley, Tyler Stone, and Darren Moyers rounding out your top 5. James DeWitt with a 1.54 4-second lead that last time. Two phalanges in the air, going to be white flag. Next time by for your leader, the 930 of James DeWitt. Michael Gillis still holding on to that 2nd spot. Not a whole lot of movement now from your top 5. Everybody gets a little bit stretched out here. Again, a white flag for James DeWitt there. Michael Gillis still in that 2nd spot. James Parmley, Tyler Stone, and Darren Moyers, your top 5. Nothing going to happen there in your top 3. There might be a little position change for 4th there. Checkered flag coming out for your leader, going to be the 930 of James DeWitt taking the win here in Bomber Heat Race number 1. Michael Gillis coming in that 2nd spot. Jesse Parmley finishing 3rd. Tyler Stone and Darren Moyers rounding out your top 5. And Mr. Evan Clark finishing right there in 6th. All right, one more heat race before we head off into intermission. All right, now they're coming onto the track here. Starting on the pole is going to be Darrell Riddick in the number 29 machine coming all the way from Aurora, Missouri. On his outside, Duke Davis in the number 69 coming all the way from Grove, Oklahoma to race with us. Will Tatershaw in the 81 WT coming off all the way from Bodark, Missouri. On his outside is going to be Larry Jordan in the number 10. Inside to row number 3 is going to be Brandon Bishop in the 3J. On his outside, Mr. Zachary Riddick in the Z66. Another new car. Quite a few new cars coming and racing with us here tonight. We appreciate them very much. Lights are out, ready to get it on again. Again, Riddick and Davis of row number 1. Tatershaw and Larry Jordan, row number 2. Lights are out, we're getting it on. Green flag, here we go. Daryl Riddick, your leader. Will Tatershaw looking to take that away from him here on lap number 1. Tatershaw going to look to the inside. Riddick on that top side in that purple and white Ford Probe. Tatershaw all over his back bumper here. A lot of good racing. Riddick and Tatershaw battling for the lead there. Davis and Riddick fighting for third. Side by side for third. Tatershaw doing some drafting here as he looks to the inside. Slingshot engaged. Tatershaw going to be your new leader going down the backstretch. Riddick will fall back to that second spot. Zachary Riddick, that is. 69 of Duke Davis was trying to fight back for his third position. He'll fall back to the Z66 as Zachary Riddick. Tatershaw, Daryl Riddick, 1 and 2. Zachary Riddick, Duke Davis, 3 and 4. Brandon Bishop and Larry Jordan. That is your field right now. Two laps to go here in Bomber Heat Race number 2. Will Tatershaw out front of this thing. Daryl Riddick in that second spot. Coming to the white flag one more time around for the 81 of Will Tatershaw. Daryl Riddick going to give it all that he's got. Looking to get to the inside here. Will Tatershaw up high. Checkered flag coming out for Will Tatershaw, taking home the win there in your Bomber Heat Race number 2. Daryl Riddick coming in that second spot. Zachary Riddick finishing third. Brandon Bishop fourth. And Duke Davis rounding out your top 5. All right, that'll take us to our intermission. All right, my friends, it's time to start a feature racing here at Monett Motor Speedway. Going to start things off with our pure stocks here. Dale Centers out of Cassville, Missouri, getting the pole tonight. And then the number 25 machine on his outside is going to be number 69 of Dylan Bowman coming out of Purdy. Inside of row number 2 is going to be Landon McLaughlin out of Aurora, Missouri, number 17, starting up third spot on his outside, number 54 of Dean Kimberling. Starting in that 5 spots, going to be the 34 of Sean Coates. On his outside, James Adams in that 00. Inside row number 4 is going to be Joseph Jackson, the number 4 on his outside, Lenny Coates in the 134. And starting in the rear is going to be Brandon Sanders. 15 laps the distance. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to get it on. '25, Odell Centers, your leader here. Dylan Bowman, Landon McLaughlin, almost side by side. McLaughlin pulling up right there to the numbers on that 69 machine of Bowman. Coming through 33 and 4. We got the 34 of Sean Coates looking to take away that third spot. Dale Centers going to lead lap number 1. 21.003 the time. Landon McLaughlin still fighting on that bottom side. Coates would wish these guys would get away from side by side so they can maybe make a little pass here. Center's out front of this thing here. 9.8, or 0.98 rather, the distance between the two. Still side by side, Dylan Bowman and Landon McLaughlin. McLaughlin on the bottom side, Dylan Bowman up top. Sean Coates in that number 34 machine. He don't know whether to go top or bottom. Who is going to make the pass? Dylan Bowman still fighting from that outside. Watch out, McLaughlin gets a little loose coming off a 2. Advantage on that top side. Bowman holds on to that second spot. McLaughlin falls back to third. Your top 5, very, very close except for your leader. Was 1.5 seconds out front last time by. He's 2.146. Landon McLaughlin in that third spot. Fourth right now is Lenny Coates, and Sean Coates falls back to your 5th. Dale Centers looking to add his 10th win to the season. Lenny Coates all over the back bumper of McLaughlin. That's going to allow Sean Coates on that bottom side. Lenny puts the bumper to him as they make their way down the backstretch. Lenny's got him distracted in that number 17 machine. That'll allow Sean Coates to get around him to third. Oh, watch out! McLaughlin gets a little wild. Not sure if that had anything to do with the contact between him and the 134 of Lenny Coates. Dale Center still your leader out front here. Landon McLaughlin going to pull the inside flat rear tire. Tough break for Landon McLaughlin. Caution will come out here. We got 64, Brandon Sanders spinning there in turn number 2. All right, lights are out, ready to get it on again. Dale Centers is your leader. Dylan Bowman, Sean Coates, row number 2 there. Lenny Coates and James Adams, row number 3. Dean Kimberling and Joseph Jackson are row number 4, and Brandon Sanders at the back after creating the caution there. We are halfway through your Pure Stock A feature here. Dale Centers brings him around, hits that Ozark Fiber restart zone green flag. Here we go. Another good restart for Dale Centers as he makes his way down the backstretch stairs side by side. We got him spinning there coming out of turn number 4. We'll see if they can get them started or right back up. He does. We'll stay green flag racing. Good job, number 4. Dale Centers continues on down the backstretch here. 7 laps on the books of 15. Dylan Bowman still holding on to that second spot. Sean Coates going to look to his bottom side as they come through 3 and 4. They're nose and nose. Dale Centers, Dylan Bowman, Sean Coates, Lenny Coates, and James Adams, all your top 5 right now. Sean Coates on the bottom side of Dylan Bowman as they make their way through 3 and 4. Bowen fighting from that top side. Coates on the bottom side. They make their way down the backstretch, nose and nose just about. Coates on his inside. Dale Centers not able to get away just as much as he did before. Just a 1.5 seconds lead there for the 25 of Dale Centers. Center's about to catch the lap traffic of number 4. Joseph Jackson, not quite a lap down yet. Be careful, Dell. Number 4 dives her down. That is a good job, my friend. Bowman and Coates going to have to deal with it, though, as they come through 3 and 4. Bowman going to have to make some quick thoughts about it here. Which lane is that 4 machine going to go in? Bowman's able to go to his bottom side. He gets around him safely. That takes away that lane from Coates. White flag for your leader here, the 25 of Del Center. Dylan Bowman in that 2nd spot. Sean Coates 3rd. Lenny Coates, James Adams. No changes in your top 3. Oh, Lenny Coates gets stuck up by the wall by the number 4 there. Checkered flag out for your winner, the number 25 of Dale Centers, taking home the win there. Dylan Bowman coming in 2nd. Sean Coates, Lenny Coates, and James Adams there, and then 00. James Adams in the number 00 coming in that 5th spot. Lenny Coates in the 134 coming in 4th. Sean Coates in that beautiful black 34 machine coming in 3rd. Dylan Bowman finishing 2nd in the number 69. And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the 25 of Dale Centers, getting win number 10 on the year. Excellent running there from our Pure Stock A feature. Time for your Davis & Sons USA B Modified A feature. Starting on the pole is going to be the number 45 machine of Dan Culp. On his outside is going to be the 56 of Hoyt Millers coming all the way from Cross Timbers, Missouri. Inside row number 2, Daniel Anderson, the 5 machine on his outside, the 00 of Kason Harris. Inside row number 3, Bull Woods, and the number 26 machine on his outside, the 24L of Patrick Lewis. Kenson Martin and Evan Clark going to start row number 5, and in the rear there, the number 30 of Cody Cook. Lights are out, ready to get it on. 15 laps the distance here. Let's get it on. Dan Culp, Hoyt Miller right off the bat here, not side by side, but nose and tail. Dan Anderson looking to get under the bottom side of Hoyt Miller here right off the bat, going down the backstretch. Watch out, the 00 Kason Harris way high, going to work that high line here on lap number 1. Dan Culp, your leader here. Hoyt Miller in that 2nd spot, 4 tenths of a second behind. Daniel Landers, Kason Harrison, Bull Woods, your top 5 there on lap number 1. A lot of bunching up there in the rear of the field. Kason Harris way high going through 1 and 2. Top 6 starting to break away from the back half of the field there. Your top. Dan Culp out front of this thing. Still Hoyt Miller in that 2nd spot. Daniel Landers, Kason Harris, and Burl Woods. Watch out, Cody Cook pulling off here on lap number 2. Dan Culp up front of this thing by 2 tenths. Hoyt Miller looking to the bottom side of Culp as they make their way down the backstretch here on lap number 4. Culp and Miller fighting it out for 1 and 2. Anderson Harris for 3. Watch out, we got one off. Looks like it's going to be the 00 of Kason Harris, I believe. Harris was running dangerously high to that top line. Dan Culp in the 45 machine, your current leader. Hoyt Miller in that 2nd spot. Daniel Landers and Bull Woods rounding out your top 4. Culp, Miller, Anders, your top 3. It's about to get a little western. Here we go. 11 laps to go here in your Davidson Sons USREV Modified A feature. Looking for that Ozark Fiber restart zone. Green flag being brought to you by Freedom Bank. Let's get it on. Colt protects that bottom line going through 1 and 2. Anders on that top side looking really fast. Hoyt Miller on his inside. Anders currently in that second spot. Patrick Lewis up to the top 5 here. Anders to the lead off of turn number 2. Daniel Anders, your new leader. Dan Colt, Hoyt Miller, your top 3. 24L Patrick Lewis in that 4th spot. Burl Woods rounding out your top 5. Watch out to 33 and Muhlenberg on the bottom side of Woods as he makes his way through 3 and 4. He might try to go 2 for 1. Only able to get around Woods there on lap number 7, just at our halfway point here as Daniel Anders makes his way down the back stretch. Anders, Colt, and Miller, your top 3 starting to break away from the rest of the field here. Patrick Lewis fighting with Muhlenberg for leader of that second pack. They're nose to nose. Patrick Lewis being scored with the 4th position that last time by. Muhlenberg on that bottom side. He'll take over that 4th spot, running his fastest lap last time by, but 19.365. Anders with a 1.253 lead as he makes his way. Oh, watch out, they're spinning Dan Colt. Here's your replay here. Colt going into turn number 3 just gets off just a little bit. A lot of smoke. Don't know how driver is. We'll find out here in a minute. Again, caution being brought out here on lap number 9 by the 45 of Dan Colt. All right, if you can hear me, if you have ticket 085966, come up and see me in the announcer's booth. Again, 085966, come up and see me in the announcer's booth. I also have ticket 858899. Come up and see me in the announcer's booth. We got some giveaways. Daniel Anders, your leader here. Hoyt Miller in that second spot. 24L of Patrick Lewis. Twelve laps in the books here, 3 to go. Daniel Anders out front, Hoyt Miller in that second spot. Patrick Lewis, Burl Woods, and Kason Harris. Daniel Anders out front by 0.3 of a second. Another 0.6 of a second back to Patrick Lewis. Patrick Lewis trying to fight off Burl Woods for that spot number 3. White flag going to be coming out this time by Daniel Anders. Got Hoyt Miller on his inside. One more time around for the number 5 machine. Blake Miller going to throw it to the bottom side. Going to be nose to nose. Daniel Landers coming to the checkered flag. Who's going to get it? It's going to be the 5. I need ticket number 85966. Come see me in the announcer's booth. Ticket number 85934. 85966. 85934. Come see me in the announcer's booth. Ticket number 966934 is the next number. 992 is one other number, and 862. Come and see me in the announcer's booth. Caution coming out here. Garrett Thompson, your leader here, 3 laps in the books. Pete Richardson in that second spot. Corey Johnson, Steve Muhlenberg, and Kyle Thompson rounding out your top 5. Caution coming out here on lap number 3 for the 33 of Michael Gillis. Gillis running his fastest lap before spinning there. Green flag, here we go. Garrett Thompson still out front of this thing. We're almost 3 wide for that second spot right off the bat. Muhlenberg and Johnson side by side. Pete Richardson assumes that second position all by himself. Oh, Pete Richardson. Tough break for Richardson as his lets go. 86 machine of Corey Johnson spinning as well.
Single file drivers, roll the low side, roll that water in, drivers.
Again, caution coming out here on lap number 3. All right, I need ticket number 85895. While we get Pete Richardson pushed to the back, 85895. Come see me in the announcer's booth. 85865 will be the second one. 85814, ticket number 3. In 960, come see me in the announcer's booth. We're giving away stuff. 960-814-965 and 895. Come see me in the announcer's booth. Caution coming out right here on the front stretch again. 3 laps in the books here of 15 here in your Napa Auto Parts Power Ride Midwest Modified A feature. Garrett Thompson gets this thing started. Green flag, here we go. Kyle Thompson on the top side of the 33. Good run for the 292 of Thompson. Thompson being scored in that second spot. Over to the 33M of Steve Muhlenberg as they make their way down the back stretch. Garrett Thompson in the lead there. Kyle Thompson in that second spot. Can they make it back to back? They've done it several times here at Monett Motor Speedway. Garrett Thompson out front, running his fastest lap that last time by in 19.275. Kyle Thompson still holding on to that second spot. Steve Muhlenberg third. Darren Burt making his way up to that fourth spot. And David Mollering rounding out your top 5 there. Right at your halfway point here in your Napa Auto Parts Power Ride Midwest Modified. Kyle Thompson running his fastest lap that last time by 19.369. About a half a second faster than brother Garrett in that running a 19.713. Kyle Thompson right on his inside. Thompson brothers gonna fight it out for the lead here. Garrett Thompson, your current leader. Kyle Thompson get to race with his brother. How awesome is that for the win here? As we are 9 laps in the books of 15. Kyle Thompson going to start working that high side. Five left to go here in your Napa Auto Parts Power Ride Midwest Mod A feature. Kyle Thompson looking at that high side. Garrett Thompson gonna squeeze him off. Oh, how close. There's sparks coming off from the wall here. Garrett Thompson showed a little bit of weakness to let out for his brother there side by side as they go down the backstretch. Kyle Thompson on the top side, Garrett Thompson on the bottom. There's some other good battles out front, but I think right out front, we got the two brothers fighting for it. Kyle Thompson scored as your leader that last time by. Kyle Thompson, then a 292 up top. Garrett Thompson on the bottom. They're coming to the white flag. This is going to be a fight to the finish. Garrett Thompson still fighting on that bottom side. Kyle with a good advantage on the top side. They're still right there at the door. Here they come. Is he going to throw the slider on? Is he going to keep them? They're side by side. What a picture of checkered flag coming out for the 292 of Kyle Thompson, taking the win home of the brother of Garrett Thompson, then a 929. Green flag, here we go. Chance Gilbert out front of this thing. Tanner Foster in that second spot. I believe it's Peyton Powell there in third. Chance Gilbert going to lead lap number one there over Tanner Foster. Tanner Foster 4/10 of a second back. Peyton Powell hanging on there, right there with him. Coming to lap number two. Chance Gilbert still your leader. Tanner Foster, Peyton Powell, Mike Gilbert, and Evan Powell, your top five. He'll run a Chance Gilbert out front of this thing. 1.227 seconds over Tanner Foster. Peyton Powell on this bottom side. Whoa, we got a spin there. I believe that's Evan Powell on the number 72 machine. That will bring out the caution here on lap number 4. Caution here on lap at number 4. Evan Powell gets her started back up. Caution being brought to you by Joplin Lock and Key. We'll get them all stacked back up, ready to go. Lights are out. We're ready to go. Green flag racing again here. Getting Chance Gilbert out front. 4 laps in the books. 8 to go. Tanner Foster, Peyton Powell rounding out your top 3. Green flag. Here we go. Green flag being brought to you by Freedom Bank. Chance Gilbert able to hold on to the lead here. Tanner Foster is in that second spot. Peyton Powell fighting with Mike Gilbert for third. Mike Gilbert able to get around him here. '72 of Evan Powell able to make it back up to your top 5. Peyton Powell not giving up that easy as he sits in that 4th spot. Watch out, catches him real fast. Halfway through your INX Legends A feature here. Chance Gilbert is your leader. Tanner Foster, Mike Gilbert, your top 3. Peyton Powell, Kenny Foster rounding out your top 5. A little smoke there from Baton Pile. Chance Gilbert running his fastest lap that last time by, 20.651. Still 2.381 seconds over the number one of Tanner Foster, Mike Gilbert, Peyton Powell, and Kenny Foster. Still your top five. 31 of Mike Gilbert looking to get around the one machine. He was looking at the high side. Gonna tuck right back beneath him. Gonna be 9 laps in the books, 3/4 of the way through your INX Legends A feature. What a lead for Chance Gilbert out there, almost 5 seconds ahead of anyone else. Tanner Foster in that one machine, 4.314 seconds. We're 3 wide through the back as we get past some lap traffic. White flag out for your leader, Chance Gilbert. And the rest of the field takes it 5 seconds after him. Here he comes through 3 and 4. Taking the checkered flag, the 01 of Chance Gilbert taking home the win. Chance Gilbert, your winner there. Tanner Foster coming in that second spot. Mike Gilbert finishing third. Peyton Powell and Kenny Foster rounding out your field. All right, starting on the pole is going to be the 58X of Gary Christian on his outside. Henry Chambers, the number 17. Inside row number 2 is going to be the 55 of Nathan Hager on his outside. Trevor Hughes in the 712. Inside row number 3, going to be the number 68 of Dean Wiley on his outside. The number 21 of Greg Scheffler. Inside row number 4, the 32 of Tyler Barker and the number 32 machine on his outside. The number 73 of Mickey Burrell. Inside row number 5 is going to be the 18 of Tracy Cottrell on his outside, the 24-7 of Jared Dotson. Inside row number 6, the 9-star of Troy Martin on his outside. Billy Smith in the 76S. Lights are out. We're ready to get it on here in our A-Modified A feature. Green flag, here we go. Everybody sends it off into 1 and 2 going down the backstretch. Going to be the 58X of Gary Christian, your leader. Nathan Hager in that second spot with the number 17. One lap of the books, Gary Christian, your leader. Nathan Hager and the 17 of Henry Chambers, your top 3. Watch out, the 712 of Trevor Hughes already up and challenger for that second spot between him and Nathan Hager in that 55 machine. Nathan Hager on that top side. Trevor Hughes on the bottom. We got him spinning already there in turn number 3. That will bring out your Joplin Luck and key caution. Looks like it's the number 32 machine of Tyler Barker. They bring him around 3 and 4. Green flag, here we go. Christian holding on to the lead as he makes his way down the backstretch. My goodness, that thing is so bad fast. Hager holding on to that second spot. Trevor Hughes hits that loud pedal. Looks like we got them getting together in the back. That's going to bring out the caution once again. Again, 2 laps in the books here. 15 to go. We're at the 7-minute mark. 15 laps or 15 minutes, whatever comes first. 2 laps down in our USRA A Modified A feature. Gary Christian running his fastest lap, not the fastest lap of the night, but his fastest lap of the race, 18.192. That last time by. We'll see if we can get this thing going. Once it starts to going, I bet we just finish right up. Lights are out. We're hitting that Ozark Fiber restart zone. Green flag being brought to you by Freedom Bank. Green flag. Here we go. Trevor Hughes on the bottom side of Hager trying to assume that second spot. Top 5 about to get a little wild here. Going to be hard to catch Gary Christian, not 58X machine. As he makes his way through 3 and 4. Already a whole second lead. Trevor Hughes climbs up to that second spot. He's going to try his best to reel him in. Nathan Hager, Henry Chambers, and Dean Wiley. Trevor Hughes falls back by 1.396 last time by. Gary Christian extends it out, but barely. Henry Chambers in that 17 machine making up a lot of ground. Boy, he ran his fastest lap last time by 18.683. Hager will fall back to that 4th spot. Dean Wiley rounding out your top 5 here. Mickey Burrell doing his best to reel in that top 5. Get another top 5 finish here at Monett Motor Speedway. Gary Christian just so fast, running at 18.409. Trevor Hughes running a much faster 18.063 as he starts to catch Trevor, or as he tries to catch Gary rather. Both gentlemen using that top line here on lap number 7, just past your halfway point. Hughes starting to use up that bottom line through 1 and 2. Staying high through 3 and 4. He is right there with Gary Christian. Hughes noses it in at the bottom side. Watch out, we might have a race on our hands here. Going to be coming to 5 to go here for Gary Christian, your leader out front, and Trevor Hughes just 0.4 of a second the distance now. Henry Chambers in that 3rd spot. Hager and Wiley, your top 5. '76 machine could be coming up. He's coming up, could be a factor as he stays high. Going down the backstretch, Trevor Hughes stays on the bottom side as well. Three to go here in your USRA A Modified A feature. Trevor Hughes starting to reel Christian back in. Gonna be 2 to go this time by. Trevor Hughes on the bottom side, here we go. Get excited, fans, it's gonna be a 1-lap race here. 1 more to go. Gary Christian with the lead here. Trevor Hughes reels him in a little bit. Lap car gonna be a factor again. Hughes running that top side. Coming to the checkered flag, gonna be Gary Christian taking the win using that lap car as the pick. Trevor Hughes gonna come in 2nd. Henry Chambers coming in 3rd. Nathan Hager 4th, and Dean Wiley rounding out your top 5. Hughes did all that he could to try to reel him in. Let's hope both those gentlemen are here when we come back here August 18th.
Hell of a race, Avons. Hell of a race.
58X of Gary Christian, your winner by a distance of half a second over the 712 of Trevor Hughes. Henry Chambers coming in that third spot. Nathan Hager fourth. Dina Wiley in that fifth position. Mickey Burrows finishes just outside the top five there. Greg Scheffler in seventh. Jerry Dotson, Tracy Cottrell, and Billy Smith rounding out your top five. Bomber feature, your last of the night. Starting on the pole is going to be the number 33 of Michael Gillis on his outside, the 930 of James DeWitt. Inside row number 2, the 81 WT of Will Tatershaw on his outside, the number 82 of Jesse Parmalee. Inside row number 3, the Z66 of Zachary Riddick on his outside, Darryl Riddick in the number 29. Inside row number 4, the number 26 of Tyler Stone on his outside, Brandon Bishop in the 3J. Inside row number 5, the number 63 of Darren Warriors on his outside. Duke Davis in the number 69. Evan Clark's going to start the 82X machine on the inside of row number 6. On his outside, the number 10 of Larry Jordan. And starting in the rear there, the number 11 of Charles Hernandez. Charles not going to be able to make it out. Lights are out. We're ready to get it on.
Added money to the hard charger. And the winner gets an extra 20. An extra 20 to the pay. If you choose the trophy, you'll just get 20 bucks.
Winner gets paid in Trident layers. Just kidding. Or a trophy. Really, we're fighting for 120 here. Green flag. Here we go. .930 of James DeWitt taking the lead from the outside right off the bat as they make their way through 1 and 2. Will Tatershaw already looking to fight for that second spot. He gets pinched off just a little bit by the 33 of Michael Gillis as they make their way into turns 3 and 4. James DeWitt is your leader in that .930. Goes back to Michael Gillis and Will Tatershaw, your top 3 here on lap number 1. 82 of James Parmalee in that 4th spot, and the 66 of Zachary Riddick, your top 5. Riddick climbing into that 4th spot. Watch out, we got him tangling up. We're going to stay green flag racing. A little bump. The 29 of Riddick gives 26 a little piece of his mind. Tyler Stone there. Out from Michael Gillis. Or James DeWitt, rather. Michael Gillis is in that 2nd spot. Will Tatershaw, your top 3. Starting to break away from everybody else. Oh, the 69 machine goes way high. Hopefully he's able to continue. Looks like he's got a flat maybe on that front right. I didn't see. We're 4 laps in the books here of your Bomber A feature. Michael Gillis trying to challenge for the lead. .930 of James DeWitt. Out front, Will Tatershaw in that 3rd spot. Gillis looking to the inside of DeWitt as they make their way down the front stretch. We're at lap number 5, almost to your halfway point. .29 and 26 still side by side back here. That's going to be an aggressive battle this year, I think. .930 of DeWitt out front by 0.3 of a second over the 33 of Michael Gillis. Top 2 starting to pull away from the rest of the field here. Coming to lap number 7 of 12 here, your .930 of James DeWitt. Your .930 of James DeWitt, your leader. Michael Gillis pushes them just a little bit high. They're side by side going down the backstretch. Gillis with the advantage on the bottom side. We'll see what DeWitt does. Gillis going to take the lead here. Not quite enough room for a slide job. DeWitt not going anywhere. Not giving up that easy. Gillis currently out front. DeWitt currently out front now. They are side by side. What a good battle. Coming to lap number 9 here. 3/4 of the way through. These guys keep fighting side by side. They're going to allow these 3rd and 4th place cars to catch up. Michael Gillis out front all by his lonesome. James DeWitt in that 2nd spot. Top 4 all right there together. Will Tatershaw in that 3rd spot. Zachary Riddick in the Z66. Another good race here from our Bombers. White flag coming out. Does James DeWitt have anything for the 33 of Gillis? Watch out, Tatershaw's getting sideways. He's in 3rd spot. He's going to try to save it. Nothing going. 66 machine of Riddick going to hold that 3rd spot. 33 of Michael Gillis taking the win there. James DeWitt coming in that 2nd spot. Zachary Riddick 3rd. Jesse Parmalee is going to finish 4th. And Brandon Bishop in the 3J going to round out your top 5. That is a tough break for Will Tatershaw as he was running in that 3rd spot. Michael Gillis with your win here tonight in your Bomber class. Another great race as your top 4 sit right next to each other. James DeWitt coming in that 2nd spot. Zachary Riddick finishing 3rd. James Parmalee 4th. And Brandon Bishop rounding out your top 5. Another good night of racing here at Monett Motor Speedway. We appreciate y'all coming. We will see you next week with the late models 1,500 to win. Again, remember tomorrow night at High Five Sports Bar and Grill, 6 o'clock sharp. We're going to be starting the replay of our races tonight. Going to be a good time. We will